Daffodil Fairy. New beginnings. Life goes in cycles. Just as spring follows winter, a new cycle is beginning in your life. In the phases of the earth, the plants die in the fall so that there can be new birth in the spring. It's the universal dance of death and rebirth. There's a time to end and begin, and this is the close of one cycle and the beginning of another. We associate the daffodil with spring, as it is one of the first flowers to emerge after the snows. Its shape echoes the feeling of trumpeting in the new season. Its color suggests vitality, radiance, and sunshine. The appearance of this card brings a message to wipe the slate clean. It's time to release the old and start again. It can be difficult to release familiar routines, situations, or relationships when they no longer empower you. However, your higher self encourages you to not cling to the old, but set sail into new waters. If you find yourself afraid to let go, Daffodil Fairy urges you to face your fear and allow yourself to stretch in a new direction. The Creator is at your side, and wonderful opportunities will be born in your life. Wholeness occurs when you can say yes to both endings and beginnings. The spirit of the daffodil says, it's time to start a new project or a new cycle. Life force and vitality are emerging. Release that which doesn't serve and support you. Make way for a new start. Success is at hand. Success is truly at hand.
Ishtar. Inner learnings. Ishtar, whose name means the precious, is the goddess of love and war. She has many names and many faces. As long ago as 4000 BC, she was acknowledged as the Queen of Heaven, protector of the cosmos and instigator of truth. She was often depicted with 6 and 8-pointed stars, which were originally general symbols of the heavens, but in the Old Babylonian period she became associated with Venus, the planet of love and desire. Many people have been challenged by the fact that Ishtar is linked to both love and war. From the author's point of view and impressions of her energy, he feels she helps us connect with the root energy of desire, including the desire to fight for what we believe in. When she appears, only the truth can prevail. Your message. Information is being revealed to you and it's important to listen, especially as there's a good chance it will bring a war between your head and your heart. You are being guided to listen to your heart, the part of you that makes decisions based on what feels best, rather than what makes sense. You may have to make a decision that makes you feel you're losing out, but in fact will lead you to a feeling of finding treasure or even feeling treasured. You are being encouraged to seek the truth now. Even if it is challenging or difficult, it's important to honor it. The truth will prevail whether it be now or in the future. You are being guided to save yourself emotional strain, and also time by allowing what needs to be shared, said, felt, and communicated, in order to be more connected to your heart and ultimately for the highest good of all.
Khadija, the mother of believers. Khadija is the power we all possess to be aware of the spiritual realm and fully immersed in the material world. Khadija bint Khuwaylid was a widow in Saudi Arabia in the 6th century. She became a wealthy merchant who was deeply respected and known as Al-Tahira, the Pure One, or Al-Kubra, the Great. It is said that with her wealth she fed the poor, provided for her children from her first 2 marriages, and took care of her extended family. Khadija had a dream shortly after hiring a young merchant named Muhammad to work for her. In the dream, the sun descended into her courtyard, fully illuminating her home. Her cousin told her that this meant that the Prophet would soon grace her doorstep. She realized that her new employee, Muhammad, was the prophet, and so she asked him to marry her. They were married for 25 years. She is regarded as one of the most important female figures in Islam, followed by her daughter with the Prophet, Fatima. It is said that when Muhammad told Khadija about his first revelation from the angel Gabriel in the cave of Hira, she was the first person to convert to Islam. Muhammad remarried after Khadija's death, but was never closer to a subsequent wife than he had been with her. She was his constant confidant and partner. When your soul selects her card. There's an ancient narrative and a destructive misunderstanding that if we are going to be spiritual, then we have to renounce the material world. The body, however, is the soul's chance to be here. So a healthy relationship to the material world is crucial and integral to reaching our spiritual potential. Khadija represents the power and importance of knowing we can provide for ourselves. This power gives us roots and confidence and allows us to create relationships from a place of interdependence rather than codependence. We can cultivate the capacity we have to create more and more freedom for ourselves. And we can make choices for our life based on truth, not just on survival. There's also a false idea about when true love will find us and how. Khadija liberates us from fairy tales that we need to be saved, or supported, or provided for by our life partner. Khadija provided for the Prophet. And her older age and significant status in the community made her more attractive, not less. She was a middle-aged businesswoman and single mom. She was ripe with resources and ripened with opportunities to love. Living into our true power and purpose does not make us less eligible. Khadija reminds us that there is no linear timetable that eliminates us from having the sun descend in our courtyard. She lets us remember that we are worthy of the abundance measured in gold and the abundance measured in the depth of our love. Soul meditation. Do I feel worthy of abundance? Intention. I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself.
Talent guides. Spirit mentors and teachers. Countless spirit mentors are always available to help you express and expand your skills and talents. These brilliant beings are drawn to you because they shared your interests in their own lifetimes. If someone in history has excelled at an endeavor you're pursuing, you can call on that entity by name, especially if you resonate with their work. Don't think that you're not special enough to call on famous artisans that now inhabit the spirit world. Many times, a talent guide will come unbidden, attracted to the resonant energy of your project. Don't assume you're just making it up if you receive inspiration from them. Whether you're interested in art, music, math, cooking, or even quantum physics, these entities could provide a pipeline of unlimited guidance for you. In fact, you may have known these masters in the past. These talented beings are reaching across the energetic realm to direct and inspire you. Answer your psychic door and let them in. Affirmation. I am blessed with many known and unknown skills. Talent guides inspire me and give me confidence in the pursuit of my creative interests.
Queen Asantewa, Goddess of Leveling Up. Queen Asantewa was a mother, farmer, and the warrior queen who led the War of the Golden Stool. The Golden Stool, throne of the Ashanti Empire, holds the region's Kra, life force energy. Queen Asantewa's guidance is: raise your standards. A leap forward for one is a leap forward for the tribe. Your choices can raise the frequency of your community and the planet. Your embodiment. Time to level up. This is your season for a quantum leap. You have prepared for this. Life does not have to be linear, and neither does growth. A quantum leap feels drastic and huge. But the secret is that quantum leaps happen little by little. So what inspired action helps you level up? Connecting to spirit with rituals, movement, meditation, and visualization is a great start. Goddess Declaration. Divine timing is on my side. Repeat that again. Divine timing is on my side.